And welcome back everybody. This is the perfect timing to join me after my investors. I've just reached 40,000 people in Sleepy Hollow, or in my global inhabitants. So my global inhabitants have reached now 40,000. That is a very nice milestone. We'll see if we can reach the 50,000. It's much more difficult actually to reach more than that than in 2205. In 2205 I remember having 1,000,000 inhabitants, and here we are stuck at around 40,000. But I think that's also because in 1800, well, you didn't have those mega cities. Anyway, we have a beautiful city now. So we've got our bank here, we've got our museum here, we got some investors here in the middle. They even have electricity and all the commodities that you would expect, like glasses and coffee and light bulbs. And in this episode I want to focus more on relocating my factories, because I do have quite a lot of them here in Sleepy Hollow and they don't look that good. So for that reason I already transported some building materials here to Mayans, where we have now our working clothes up and running, and we also want to get some more building materials to that island. I've also got an expedition, another one, a rescue mission on its way with 2 stars. So it's I think the first 2-star expedition that we have of 2 skulls. Difficulty, we'll see what comes of that. I used experts now, so we can buy experts. I showed you that in one of the other episodes. Here, for example, we could buy experts that would increase something, especially the expedition bonus. I think is very nice. And if you have those, well, you can use higher difficulty expeditions. And she's also got some interesting items here. She's got something from my museum, like a mummy bandages. She's got a crocodile, which I think is kind of rare. So what we do now is we're just going to send a ship there and buy those crocodiles. I want them. Let's get those crocodiles. I also have some other items in Sleepy Hollow already, some more animals like a green turtle and an eagle. So let's see what we can do up here. We still have one more space here. So let's build, or let's put an... I do have an orca too, attractiveness 30, but we already have an orca and we don't have any eagles yet. So let's have the eagles. Just for our zoo. I don't see the eagle. There it is now. 2 eagles, 3 eagles. And making this more beautiful, and the expedition is now on its way. Let's see what happens on this expedition. It's also a rescue mission, so it's the first rescue mission as far as I know that I've chosen to undertake. Alrighty, so that is all nice and dandy. What we want to do now is reduce the pollution on Sleepy Hollow. We do have quite some factories here that are very dirty. These furnaces are the ones that come to my mind. And oops, I just need to look real quick. Yeah, it's always that island there. This one up here also, so they're kind of in my way, but we do have a bigger fleet again, so perhaps we should take this island up there, because I don't like to have an enemy in my back here. And what I want to do now is get those furnaces to Mayans. So we do have the workforce chariot, we do have the materials. So it's 4 furnaces with that we start here, far away from everything else in Mayans, and besides those copper deposits. And I also start with a fire station right away, always very important. And I learned that the hard way. And then we can have those furnaces, 4 of them together. They make this here much more ugly, but now I can finally, get rid of them here in Sleepy Hollow. The thing is though, I need to calculate how much iron I would need for that. So 4 furnaces, they need every 30 seconds they need resources, and every 30 seconds they need an iron mine. So an iron mine produces every 15 seconds, so I need 2 iron mines that would be perfect for that. And the game doesn't tell me when the ceasefire ends with the pirates. I mean, it does tell me somehow, but I never really noticed that. So now we are at ceasefire again. Anyway, so we have 4 furnaces, that means we need 2. And look at how my attractiveness gets boosted. We need 4 iron, or 2 iron mines in Mayans. Lucky for us, we do have one already here. There's an iron mine. And I think if we boost the productivity of that to 50%, we should be golden. It's not like 100%, but it's still quite a lot, and we don't even lose any happiness because of that. So that's interesting. And we do have an iron mine from Mayans though, iron ore, this one here. So I need to get rid of that. Instead, I just choose, well, work cloth. That is something we always need in Sleepy Hollow. And also a second time here, work cloth. With the clipper and the coal, is there something else that we could transport? Well, steel for one, because we are getting steel now. That's that. And is there another one from Mayans? There's May, that's what we just did. There's another Mayans here, that is our cargo ship that has quite a lot of storage. So let's take the last 2 here and choose steel. 2 times. And then we can just unload it in Sleepy Hollow. Oh, this trade menu. If you choose the last one here, you can see that sometimes, or always, the bin appears that deletes the city. One needs to be careful about that. Okay, so now we deliver the steel then that we produce here in Mayans to Sleepy Hollow. And we should have enough iron ore anyway. We produce quite a lot of that. And there has been an explosion, as far as I can tell. One of my rum factories. Because they're so close together again, I think. I don't know what, what the cause behind that is, that they always explode when they're just side by side. It was perfectly normal for factories to be side by side. But it doesn't matter. We do have a fire station here. And we could always just renovate those buildings. There it's gone, and we only lost this one here, so it's being repaired already. No problem here. Doesn't affect anything. Our population is still happy. And all, very nice. Okay, so we do have the steel production here. I think we don't have that much iron ore then though out of it. So perhaps one of my trade routes, perhaps this one here, should take some iron ore with him and deliver that to Mayans, so we can do it like that. So, no, wait a second. Let's not choose the clipper. The clipper is too slow for that. We should have the cargo ship here. I like that much more. So in Sleepy Hollow he loads some iron ore and unloads that then in Mayans, and we can make some steel out of that. That's perfect. So perhaps we can even have a fifth furnace here to do that. Like so. And of course we also need to upgrade that warehouse here. And that should be fine for that. Look at that, how dirty that looks. And we've cleaned up something here in Sleepy Hollow. So it's now a bit greener. Of course we want to do that with other things, with other factories. Let's take my cargo ship here, because I need more goods. But first, let's get some more of those those artifacts here. So we have a stone statue, and we have an aureus coin for our museum, and the quartz crystals. Let's take all 3 of them. Just take it so we can finish our museum. Well, we have 4 compounds left and 3 more artifacts coming in now. So then we have 1 more compound here that we can fill. And, well, with the reduction of more factories, I hope to reach the next attractiveness level. So let's see what other factories that we have reduce the attractiveness in Sleepy Hollow. And the expedition needs our attention. Let's have a look what awaits us here. The mad preacher. Your chaplain is going overboard with his preaching, blaming the expedition's mishaps and misfortunes on the supposed hearsay of the ship's officers. The man of faith manages to rouse the gradual distrust and anger of the sailors. His preaching is now part of the crew's daily routine. His words find an echo in the mouths of the sailors, and your lieutenants can see their authority slipping away. What do we have to do? Well, we have an option here, discredit him in a direct confrontation, because we have 2 experts on board, so let's try that. And your diplomat has a greater way with words. She silently enters the lower deck during the chaplain's daily preaching and waits in a corner of a room. When a man of faith finally loses his nerve and asks her what she wants, she lists 2 hours worth of the chaplain's arguments and, without pause, offers counterpoints for each of them. The humiliation is magnificent, and the chaplain's babbling defense convinces the crew of his puerility. They lose interest. So we overcome this tragedy, or this drama, this conflict. That was good. I think without the experts we wouldn't have been able to do that.
I don't have all I need for my canvas.
What else do we have? Of course we have the power plants here, well, but I can't do anything about them. And I think the fur dealer, they don't reduce the attractiveness of our island, and they don't. What else do we have here? We have the sewing machines. They don't do anything either. The furnaces really was the only problem as far as I can see. We have the steelworks. They reduce the attractiveness. And we should have some steelworks. I just don't know where anymore. They should look dirty as well. That's the filament factory. I think that's kind of dirty as well. Let's have a look. For the light bulbs, but it doesn't reduce attractiveness. Okay. The sail makers of kitchens that we have here, and up here we have sewing machine factories, we have the fur coat factories. Do we even have steelworks on this island? I don't think that we do. Sewing machine, window maker, the fur coat dealers, the steam motors. That reduced the attractiveness. Okay, so the steam motors, and for now we don't even need steam motors anymore. And we got quite a lot of that already, as far as I can see, 166, and I don't even need to build that many ships anymore for now. So we can just delete it. I can just rebuild it later. But for now, that is some attractiveness that I get back. We do have the breweries here. They don't reduce any attractiveness. So I don't even have my steelworks here. That's good to know. My ship should have arrived here with the artifacts. Very nice. And we also get some more goods. Some more building materials. Or is that even necessary? Because I'm not even producing or building that many factories anymore. Down here. So we have that and we have that. And if we need more space, we can just then, you know, put some more factories to the other island. Right now, I do have one field here with electricity. So this one here. So everything around it has electricity. And we should have enough oil. We don't. That is interesting. So getting more oil to Sleepy Hollow would be another priority that I can see here. And also looking at my investors to make them happy, of course, because then they pay even more. Let's see what happiness I can increase. I've built the bank. This beautiful building here. And then they need pocket watches and the members club. And that's the members club. So another beautiful building, service building. So I think it's good to build it because that would give us more money again. So it just well, where should I build it? Here, I think. There's a fire station here, but we can move that to, let's say, this spot here. And remove those two buildings here, and then we can have the members club here, I think. It fits, doesn't it? Oh, there are some trees here that I planted. And now we can have the members club here, fits perfectly into that. And let's see, from 20k it goes up to, well, 2k more almost. And our investors should be a bit more happy about that. While we're at it, let's get some more investors. There's still this block here and this line here and also those people here. And we've unlocked more buildings with that. The gramophones, they would need wood, zinc, copper, the brass in general. I do have enough of that, so that should be another easy production that we can start soon. And the steam carriages. Very nice. How many do I have now? 3,000 investors. And why can I not upgrade them? Oh, because they don't have 100% on university. That's that. I really don't understand why these ships here go to that harbor there. Is it in the trade route there? It isn't. So I have no idea why this ship here is down here. Look at that. You know, when the island is up here. Another very strange bug with the ship's behavior.
Fleet ready.
Alright, so the Gentlemen's Club, the Members Club is active here now too. And we get some more money out of that.
A competitor's island withstood an attack.
And the next thing that we want to do is the World's Fair Foundation. So it takes several steps to complete this one here. And we want to start with that soon. So it needs 160 tons of steel and 150 tons of windows. Both of them I don't have at the moment. So let's kick in my window production again.
The epidemic spreads across your city.
Because I want to build that foundation soon. And we also have another epidemic here in our... Oh, over here, look at that. That is big. So let's build a hospital up here. Okay, and the plague is gone again, or whatever illness that was. We just built the hospital there. I have to move it back again, of course, to the location where it was before, here, because we would miss a hospital there. And I'm just going to replace this one with one here, even though a hospital doesn't look so nice right beside the zoo. So let's just build it here. I hope we only need 4 houses. Yeah, we do. Perfect. So there we have the hospital. Another one with bad weather. And 2 more things. The other one was we can now place the artifacts here in the museum that I bought. So let's have a look at that. We have the Aureus coin. Looking like that. We should reach the next stage of attractiveness soon. Let's have the stone statue. So those look rather the same. And the quartz crystal. And we have reached a new attractiveness level. Perfect. We are a pleasant metropolis.
But nothing to write home about.
Pollution is still at -10. Yeah, that's the oil. So I can't change that for now. I definitely want to have my oil. Of course, I could relocate my oil stuff to another island. I could do a lot of things right now, but I choose to increase the attractiveness here. That is one thing, and our expedition needs our attention again. Let's have a look at that. Oh, it returns. After weeks and trials of tribulation, the expedition comes home safe. You have earned a reward. And we have gotten a banker and 42 steam motors. That is rather disappointing, so I was expecting another specialist, a good one, and not a common banker. Even though steam motors 42, well, that's around 300,000 credits. If we need that at some point, we could get it, of course, but not really exciting stuff here. So let's get the remaining goods back to Sleepy Hollow again. We are full on fur coats. Yeah, we are full on that, so I can't unload it for now. But that's that. Not every expedition can be successful, of course. And we can stop with that now. Okay, so another thing that I want to do real quick. I'm buying shares all the time from her. I mean, she's one of my allies. And she's always very nice. But she's got a big island here with nothing really on it, you know, like it's a medium-sized city, not very beautiful, nothing going on here really, and she only got one island, so she's lost anyway. There's no way for her to get better, so I'm just getting all the shares here, buying her island and giving her a nice palace to live the rest of her lives. Or even marry me. I wouldn't say no. So we can do that here, and I think that's a nice way of for her telling goodbye. Alright, so that's that. And as you notice, I didn't get this island here. So last time I take a hostile takeover, but she has a very strong navy, so I gave her the island back for now. And we will take that later. I'm going to focus on her now to take that island, and once I've gotten this, I've got a lot more space here then, so I'm satisfied for the moment after this one here. And I don't think that I need to get anything from her. She's pretty strong now that the other one is gone almost. This one here. So he has been reduced to one island as well. How many shares? Oh, okay. 1.2 million per share. That's a lot. That's not something I can afford right now. Okay, so here in Sleepy Hollow, everything's looking nice now. We should focus on another production, so chocolate and cigars, those two things. Everything else is pretty high here. I think sausages is a bit low. Yeah, we need to go for sausages, but everything else, as you can see, all the other consumer goods that we have is climbing and stable up there, so we can support this population at the moment, the 40,000 that we have. And let's go to the new world, and I've sent a ship here to one of the other islands here. So this one here would be nice because it has sugar cane, but I do have quite some islands here in the new world, and I've got one here with tobacco. So let's send my ship to this island here with the tobacco, because we need cigars. So tobacco needs wood and then the tobacco plantation. So it's a really easy production actually to produce them, and we're going to do this on this because there's tobacco fertility, and I don't see it anywhere else except here, but that is a bit far away and yeah, bad to build on. As you can see, lots of rivers here. This one's better, even though there are rivers on every island as far as I can tell, which makes the building a bit more difficult. I just built this one here also, so I'm just going to build some settlements on these islands to have the workforce and a timber production, because we're going to need this island here. Whoops, where is it? This one here too. It has sugarcane and cocoa, so here we can do the chocolate production. We can have this one here, and I think, yeah, because this one here needs workers, this one needs a lot of workers, and we need a bigger island and bigger city here in on this island here. So we can still upgrade that here to some more houses, to a bigger population that we need. So I haven't seen any, well, let me just look real quick again. A commuter pier, so can you have that in a new world? I don't see that. So I don't think that you can have a commuter pier in the new world, which is bad. Harbor master, the depot, the pearl factory, but I don't see any commuter pier. So we have to build a village on all those islands again and again to get the workforce for our productions. I don't think that I like that. It gets kind of repetitive to build the 6th or 7th island.
Festival has ended.
Even though, of course, it's not a real deal. Or we have to get more obreras, perhaps, and then we can unlock the commuter pier. Perhaps that's the goal. Perhaps that's something to achieve. Let's finish with this one here. For the last time, let's build a village in the new world. So I do have my building materials now, and we're going to have a cigar production on this island here. And for that, we're starting here again, as usual, with a marketplace. I'm not even trying to pronounce this. Tampiqueta, something like that. Look at that, she's even giving me coins again, so I can buy more shares of her. I think that's the reason. And more houses here again. Let's wait with that. That should be enough for now. And then we can start our timber production over there. The timber production takes some time anyway for it to kick in. This looks nice though. Nice place here. And here we can have a lumberjack, 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 and lumberjack. And let's have another one. I don't need that many, but I need wood for the cigar production later. So it can't be wrong to just have like 5 of them now, and let's say 3 sawmills. Okay, and before we upgrade, we need to upgrade this one here, of course. We need to get some more timber, and once I have it, I'm going to upgrade this building here as well. So, looking good now. We have oh, I do have some timber. We have started now this spot here, and we're just going to wait now for a bit of timber and a bit of population, and then we can start with this next new production chain, the cigars. And in the next episode, hopefully, I'm going to build the wall exhibition as well, the foundation. So stay tuned for that. See ya.